This is Kwafi Nino. I thank you for clicking here. You have made the difference in who I am as a content creator. And if you're already a subscriber, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the button and subscribe. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
Girl, you know girl, you know girl, you know
Recently, on May 28, 2024, Brownsville, aka Pander Bear 1, started his crusade of rounds, first by going to the Israel Mills show to disrupt a live stream on a totally different topic to change it to speak about the allegations that men on Israel Mills' panel were abusive to women.
If your point is that this was a space that was supposed to exclude women, then y'all should have done that, right? But instead, what happened, based on what I've seen, is y'all wanted women in the space, but y'all wanted them in the space just to abuse them.
Brownsville started to troll in the chat with many others who followed him under fictitious, newly created accounts from his cousin Sharon Bracey's channel called the Solution-Based Gang. He felt the need to confront men he felt were a part of the manosphere, or who he felt had those talking points. Israel Mills' channel is not a manosphere channel.
Real quick, and also too, another thing too, when you talk about the Rim brothers, right? And I don't subscribe to the incel crowd. I'm not red pill. I think there's some tenets. I think there are tenets of it that I can agree with, but I've always said I'm not red pill. But here's the thing, though.
I'm not manosphere either.
This was to spark up controversy. It can be brought to a solid conclusion that this was all planned by the both Bracey and Brownsville, with the allegations that all black men are abusing black women online. The false allegations he brought forth to Izzy's panel was a clear demonstration of deception when questioned by the panel.
It's amazing that you don't think that you're pandering. Like, you're pushing something, we just don't know what it is. You're absolutely pandering. You're absolutely pushing a narrative, pushing an agenda. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you're absolutely pushing one, bro. Like, that's evidence. Stevie Wonder could see it.
He asked me, was I here to be fair and balanced? I said yes. Did y'all not hear that?
When he first started, he said he'd been watching men for a month, right? Month and a half or whatnot. He said that he saw the imbalance and he wanted to bring balance by also being imbalanced. He said what he wanted to do.
Wow. So he thinks that by going so far to the left is going to bring balance to the situation because he thinks we're so far to the right.
Because in the beginning, when he first came up, he said he saw the imbalance. So he wanted to bring balance to that imbalance. You can't be balanced and bring balance to imbalance. You have to now go on the opposite end and be just as imbalanced as the imbalance that you saw in order to bring balance. Those are his words, right? So he's literally telling us what he's here to do.
To cause chaos, to bring balance for the women.
He just said it.
Sharon Bracey and his accomplice Brownsville, an alleged New York City police officer, refuses the opportunity to correct matters of abuse of their free platform provided by YouTube. Their actions violates the community guidelines. This demonstrates that they are irresponsible social media account holders by and through their plots and viral schemes. This is dangerous and is cult-like because they do not research nor cite accurate sources. They often invite guests with unfair conversations that starts controversy, which is a form of entrapment. Their targets attacks are black male content creators, panelists, and chat participants they do not agree with, all instigated with misconstrued statements given by angry black women who are feminist, anti-black male, and anti-black male child, have abused their rights of free press and freedom of speech with malice intent through Bracey's live panel shows to break abortion laws by promoting gender wars. Back to you, Kwafi.
On social media, we often use the word accountability in the wrong context with hopes of a victory, an audience, and viral moment. We often call this, in social media terms, dragging someone, getting someone together, or putting them in their place. Who we feel that has violated us or just simply someone we do not agree with or dislike for absolutely no reason at all. At times, there's not a valid reason for this. It is safe to say that this is clout chasing for content. Clout chasing for content. Clout chasing for content.
Good day.
Yo, man, peace and love, peace and love.
Pander Bear 1, aka Brownsville, who less than 1 year of being on YouTube live panels greets some of the most problematic, out-of-order black women in the history of black YouTube as his queens, known to violate YouTube community guidelines, eventually dox people information, and strike black men channels for years. Strike black men channels for years. Strike black men channels for years.
Man, yo, listen, man, peace and love, peace and love. First of all, man, let me take my shoes off before I come into the room. Peace and love to the beautiful queen, supreme goddess, PH Diva. You need to come back up to the panel because guess what? Here at the solution-based group, we show the queens deference. We show the ladies deference. We don't push them down for no degenerates. So peace and love to the queen. Peace and love to all the queens in the chat. SBG First Lady, Sharon Bracey, Dakima Renee, Robin M, Pete Bean, Shiesty Bum, Maya Reed, Sexy Red TV, Zero Tolerance, Talking to Kinfolk, Jalen, Genesis, Nay, all the queens, man, Bomb Cherry Juice, Rose C, It's Me, Dr. G, Jones and for more, C through you, M Mills, all the queens, man, all the queens. You know, every time I come on this platform, as soon as I get on here, I'ma lift y'all up, I'ma give y'all and I'ma show these men how to on this platform, man. Listen, you rim brother, you no good sucker, you don't speed me up. You know what I'm saying? You stay in your place. You stay in your place. You stay in line. You know what I'm saying? Because you've already self-identified yourself as a rim brother, no good sucker, right? And according to your talking points, you hit the mark, right? Because you are a man who don't respect women.
The Rim Brothers, known as the Red Pill, Incel, Manosphere Brothers, followed by the slogan, No Good Suckers, is an acronym made up by Brownsville on social media with hopes to take steps further with their hero complex from live stream to live stream on various YouTube channels to let people know their targeted audience.
You are a man who loves to verbally abuse women and sexually harass women. Well, guess what? You hit the right show today because what we do over here, we expose those suckers like you and we call y'all out. You know what I'm saying? So yes, now you talking to a strong man, right?
A 5'6" man, a strong one.
You know what I'm saying?
How was your height when I was 13, sir?
Listen. It is what it is, man. Your weakness is coming through your voice. Your weakness is coming through the way you communicate. You communicate like a weak man. You can never live my life. You know what I'm saying? You can never go through the storms and battles that I've been through.
Your wife
it's
is older
evident,
than you.
right?
Your wife is older than you.
The problem with you, Fatty, is you were a product of trauma bonding, right? Listen, you have an issue when it comes to rejection anxiety, when it comes to women, right? So listen, don't take all of your issues that you have on a woman who rejected you, probably because you didn't go through the physical fitness program like I did, right? Yesterday, I ran 4 miles when I got up this morning after I prayed, right? I ran 4 miles, I did 80 push-ups, 80 sit-ups, right?
Yes.
And what you probably did, you probably got up, you didn't pray, and you probably ate 6
I got some donuts.
And yeah, exactly. You look like it, right? And that's the problem. And that's why you were rejected by all of these queens, the ladies, the women, right? So now, since you suffered all of this rejection anxiety, you got with men like yourself who also suffered rejection anxiety, and y'all built a platform to where y'all can bond over each other's trauma, right? And y'all built the foundation of hatred, denigration, and disrespect to a woman, especially black women. And I got an issue with y'all, man. You and Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. because both of y'all are black men, both of y'all came from black women, both of y'all came from the lineage of black people, but yet y'all love to get on these panels, disrespect and denigrate black women who are just like you. And that is
The plan. It appears that Brownsville, who is allegedly a New York police officer, wants to take down the entire manosphere. He has absolutely no idea which sectors of the manosphere is his target.
Right. And just like Izzy said, and granted, you may not have known, but like a lot of these women that you say, oh, they're being attacked, blah, blah, I could put money on the flip side. They've gone to panels, attack people needlessly, attack men masculinely for no reason, unprovoked. Did a lot of foul shit where it's like, hey, whoa, that if you're being fair, Brownsville, you would see it the other way and be like, yeah, you know what? That's just not right. So I don't think, again, I'm not trying to speak for you, but I don't think that if you were being honest with yourself, you could sit up here and say that all the times you watched, the vast majority of them were, men attacking these women.
So honestly, to answer your question, Reaper, and salute to you, I'm going to answer it honestly. I was listening for about a month right after New Year's. My cousin, he does a show every single day for the most part, right? Now, I don't watch on the weekends, right? Because normally I only put the time that I have at work because I've set myself up in a way that I can do this while I'm at work as well.
Speaking of the devil.
When I'm at home, I'm with my wife and kids and I don't have time to give to the internet or YouTube, right? So when I was watching, it's January, I was watching for a month. You're absolutely correct as far as me seeing men predominantly just disrespecting these women for sharing opposing views. That was legitimately happening for a month, where a woman would leave out crying. They would pay money to get people booted off who was extra disrespectful. It was all a lot of crazy stuff going on. And I'm gonna be honest, the predominant issue in those conversations were the men.
So let me say this. Hold on real quick. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Real quick. And also too, another thing too, when you talk about the Rim brothers, right? And I don't subscribe to the incel crowd. I'm not red pill. I think there's some tenets. I think there are tenets of it that I can agree with, but I've always said I'm not red pill. But here's the thing though.
I'm not Manosphere either.
And then Team Fatty came and said, I didn't understand why Brownsville talked this way until I found out he was 5'6". Team Fatty, you ain't shit. I just want to let you know.
Don't you start that shit up here.
Don't start that shit, Team Fatty. God damn.
Listen, the problem with y'all argument, man, is what you're saying is not helping. What you guys like to do is you like to put labels on things. So I'm here to tell you that doesn't work on real men. You can sit up and you can call men gay, you can call them broke or whatever. That's not going to change their situation. It's not going to change your situation. Name calling is childish. That's kindergarten. We're supposed to be beyond that. And I have I have not called you out a name. All I did was point out the behavior. If what you said was not true, you should say, hey, look, you know what? I apologize. But my thing is this, if you have more untruths coming out of your mouth than the truth, then I would suggest that you remain quiet and listen to those who have the information. That's just wisdom.
Right. And that's wisdom coming from you. But the problem is, like I said, if you want women to follow your message and you want women to champion you, like y'all say they championing me, then maybe you should add a little bit more respect to your message. That's all. If you are respecting women like I was respecting women, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation tonight.
Let me ask you a question. Have you seen me or say anything that was disrespectful to women tonight? What would cause you to draw that conclusion?
There's no woman on the panel tonight.
So how could you make the assumption that I don't respect women?
Because I know where I'm at. I'm in a manosphere.
No. It's not a manosphere, bro. Listen. See, that's your problem. Y'all like to label things, and you don't know who you're dealing with.
I know where I'm at.
No, it don't matter who you know where you at. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's the problem.
So being here tonight, you think that you're dealing with manosphere?
Listen, he don't think he don't know who he's talking about.
Obviously,
he don't know who he's talking about.
This ain't that panel, homie. So you evidently you don't know who you're dealing with.
Let me explain something to you. The problem with you guys is you like to put a label on everything and excuse yourself from accountability. I have not one time disrespected any woman, period, because I'm smarter than that. What I said was that sometimes we need to stop lying to women so we can tell them the truth so they can hold themselves accountable. I don't need anybody to follow me. That's one thing about it. Leaders don't look back to see who's following.
So, but you're like that dude that's sitting there defending and caping for women who's been with everybody. They done joked on everybody. They done told bad things on everybody. They known hyenas in this space, known strags in this space. And you are sitting there pedestalizing them and putting them on an exalted platter.
The manosphere consists of various online sectors of black and white men, but separate organizations, with the same goals to be heard fairly by Congress, to push into law men's rights, to have access to their children, to be able to govern their own child support with fair divorce laws. These all-male online spaces were created to give men a voice in media, to speak on various issues amongst one another, to exchange resources for men of all economic and education levels since 2015, and had become more popular in years 2017 through 2019 and still growing.
Imagine being falsely accused of something that you are not guilty of when it comes to the law. Not many understand that the untrained eyewitnesses of society can be very dangerous. Elements of a crime are according to jurisdiction and penal codes. Every crime has specific elements which must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt in order to establish the guilt of the accused. In this case, since Brownsville is parading around YouTube stating that he is a police officer, he should know the elements of a crime would depend on the specific charges that are being brought against someone. If in fact this was a case in court, Brownsville would lose. Brownsville would lose. Brownsville would lose. Brownsville would lose.
So what is your rank? Are you a sergeant? Are you a regular officer? Are you a captain? Are you a lieutenant? What are you?
I don't want to disclose that.
Okay, but you really sound like you putting on that cape though, brother.
No, I know, but listen, hold on, Quappy. That's fair that he don't have to disclose. Yeah. Shout out to him. We don't want to do that to him. Shout out to you, hey man. You don't have to do that. We know that you was police, but hey, listen, he got a right to protect his family and protect his you know what I'm saying, his identity. So go ahead.
But the identity is already right here because he.
I know, but we don't. But if you notice, he keeps his badge. He's working right now. He keeps his stuff where you can't really see his badge number. You can't really see his name on his badge. I knew that, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I want to keep it to. I want to keep Quaffy. I want to keep it to right here and the points that he makes here. Because again, I'm not into doxing people. I'm not into going into people's private life. Like that's their private life. I'm talking about what he says here, and I want to keep it to there. Please, bro.
I get that, but I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying, I thought maybe I could reach him from that standpoint because he's here talking about him being in law enforcement.
On the Esriel Mills show, while Quaffy was on the panel, he tried to take a known strategic different approach from an experienced law enforcement officer's point of view that identifies that Brownsville is in fact a police officer, which would have given an introduction that would have helped us all understand Brownsville's method of trying to hold black men accountable for the actions he has accused them of. When Quaffy asked Brownsville to identify himself by rank, he refused, and Quaffy was silenced and misunderstood with the conclusion that he was doxing Brownsville. That was not the case. If in fact, Brownsville is a public sworn-in police officer wearing a uniform with credentials indicating such and seen on camera of social media, he should identify himself if he is suspecting that a crime is being committed.
My point in being on the panel that day was to take things from a different approach. Being that Brownsville had come up on the panel saying that he was a police officer, he often talked about his rank as him being in the military. I don't know if it was a scare tactic or what. And since Brownsville had made it known several times on several panels, even Israel Mills' panel, stating that he was a police officer, it just didn't make sense to me. So my point was to ask him to state his position, and he clearly stated that he didn't want to say. I need to ask questions. You know, I took it from a different approach, but yet and still, it's your job to expose black men you feel that's disrespecting black women or abusing black women, you know, and that's not correct. You get this information one-sided. Anybody who knows anything about the Black Manosphere knows this. So it was just completely out of order and disrespectful. Most content creators can't even understand that this was an act. This was a grift planned by both Shiron and Brownsville. This man has completely jumped out the window and jumped out in the line of fire for women who are known to have bad behavior. This is a dangerous situation that he's putting himself in. I just don't see where he got all this from. And me asking him questions was never meant to dox him. You know, I don't consider that as doxing. You are a public officer, a public law enforcement officer, or maybe just somebody of the law. You know, it just didn't make sense to me.
Brownsville has often identified himself as a New York City police officer and veteran of the United States Army, but his ways of going about things on social media does not reflect his title as an officer of the law, nor someone who holds a peace officer's licensing or basic law enforcement training, which under the color of law, when a law enforcement officer or any other government official, it prohibits them from abusing their power to deprive individuals of their rights afforded by the U.S. Constitution and laws.
Hey, Brownsville alleged. Hey, sheep stay sleep. Brownsville was allegedly here for a minute. He dipped up out of here. We started roasting. This nigga broke camp, man. I told him. I told him this ain't for the faint at heart, man. He could come up here and get this smoke, man, and we'll let him talk. Hey, he's welcome. Sharon's welcome. They're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're welcome.
Let's have the conversation.
Shout out to my man Kwafi Nino. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. I don't know what people think, but this is not nobody trying to protect no manosphere. The manosphere is dead. We not trying to protect the bullshit that y'all on. Like, y'all need to get out of this gang mentality. We're not here to protect no YouTube organization. That's not what's going on. What's going on is you have a pushback from men toward men about these dudes doing whole shit. So women shouldn't even have shit to say about this. Y'all should mind y'all business, honestly, because this is men checking other men. Y'all don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all need to sit down and watch. Maybe you could find a man while you watching a nigga get checked. Because this is men checking men, getting men in order. What these guys are saying that they're doing. They're not doing that. They're not helping men at all.
And it's clear as day, because they couldn't even check the men on that panel that fucking day.
Facts. And at the end of the day, we already know that Shiron can't check no man with his zesty mannerisms. But let me just keep it 1,000. Both of these niggas are up here trying to impress their wives. Both of them. Shiron is trying to convince his Russian white wife that he's a black leader because those are the black men she like. So he wants to prove to his white wife that he's a leader. He's a black leader that can lead black men somewhere, right? Which will, at the end of the day, will end up, those black men will probably end up in the arms of her Russian homegirls because they all on a black dick blade looking for black dick. And we know that Shiron is nothing but a bed bug. That's what you are. You cannot tell us anything about being a man because didn't you admit to getting pegged?
He did?
I heard Shiron gets pegged.
I heard that shit too. I wasn't gonna push it because I didn't hear him say it, you know. But yeah, allegedly that's the case. Yeah, bro.
So if you out here getting pegged, you can't teach men how to be masculine at all. You a submissive man. The act of bending over or getting on your back and spreading your legs denotes submission. So you can't teach men about manhood at all. In Brownsville, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a new income. You're not making enough money. Your wife's upset and she needs you to go out and man up. So the way you prove you man up is by helping your cousin get these so-called men in line while you continue to do your menial job that your wife don't respect you for. That's why you on the internet, Brownsville, because if you was a man claiming you are actualized man and all of that, number one, you wouldn't be up here. You wouldn't be up here. You wouldn't be up here at all. If you claim you helping the men you helping in real life, what are you on here for? To recruit? What are you around here for, Brownsville? We know why you around here. You around here because you don't like the fact that your wife is putting pressure on you to make more money. So you trying to find a new girl, nigga. See, we've been around here too long. We know what these so-called married niggas do. And a lot of them get divorced because they get caught cheating. Before they get divorced, they have to be forced to sleep in the car, in the yard. Fantastic. See, I ain't scared to say niggas' names. That's a nigga who lost his marriage chasing YouTube women, but claimed to be a self-righteous, out on the rob type of nigga. If you all of that, Brownsville, get the fuck offline because you ain't got nothing to prove to none of us. Because at the end of the day, Brownsville, if you really was that type of man, we would be the guys who salute you and say that we trying to be you. Because a lot of us want to be married, happy, with a family, with a woman who accepts us for who we are and what we do. So, Brownsville, if you really was that nigga, you wouldn't be here. Because by a man of your so-called caliber, you're actually putting your family in jeopardy. And we've saw this numerous times happen to men like you. So my advice to you, if you are that man you claim you are, you have no reason to be here, sir.
Facts. I can't state it any better than what DS1 just said. And that's what I'm saying. These chicks pretend like, yo, yeah, y'all can't read between the lines. Like they literally telling you fuck with married niggas like us. We'll tell you what you want to hear.
Sharon Bracey, aka Pander Bear 2, has been trolling under his YouTube account since July 12, 2014, and decided to jumpstart his non-solution based channel in 2023 upon a grift scheme to so-called hold black men accountable for the online mistreatment and abuse of black women. This was a collateral matter to blame all black men with grievances concerning the bad behavior of black women on and offline in American culture, promoting feminism and gender wars. This strickens black men of their rights. Shiron sought out a plan that worked in the middle of this controversy, offering a voice for black women that would flock to his channel to promote gender wars, deliberately disrespect and slander black men, and promote abortion of black male children. This plan further played off the FBI watch list of the Manosphere as a whole. This was the opportunity for him and his accomplice, Brownsville, aka Pander Bear 1, and who is said to be a cousin relative and a New York City police officer. Shiron continues to be the mastermind behind these false allegations and carelessly places himself and others in danger. Others in danger. Others in danger. Others in danger.
This is an emergency broadcast. The unpleasant noise you're about to hear coming from your radio is not a mistake. Please do not turn off your radio, but turn up the volume on your receiver as high as it can go.
Yeah. Like this is actually a pretty cool still shot. We broke it down the other day and we watched you lose your shit multiple times on your own show, walk away from the motherfucking shit, ask people for permission to let people up and other shit, allow your co-host, cousin, whatever the case may be, to be called a bitch ass nigga and a bunch of other shit on your damn platform. And yeah, there's just a lot of shit just went down, and we just like to know what you and your platform stand for. Because even by that exchange right there, what did it look like to y'all?
There's a reason why I'm blocked on Sharon's channel. Someone paid $500 to block me off his channel for life. There's a reason why.
Wait, you got blocked for life on Sharon's channel?
Yeah, not even when I was on the panel. It was when him and Shiron and Daryl had teamed up. And,
and that's when Daryl took the money and didn't give it to Sharon. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Right. Yeah. So I'm blocked for life. Well, I don't know. Maybe he did give it to him because I'm blocked still.
1 second. One second. All right. Last time I addressed you, this is the funniest thing, right? This is like I don't know if you're making a statement. There's question marks at the end of this, but now but it's phrased as a statement. But if it is a question, like you actually have the answer in there. Read it to yourself. You typed it. Like,
yeah, bro, I was thinking about
you spend so much time in the fucking chat box. How the fuck do you have a Freudian slip in the chat box? That's bad. All right? Because the only question I asked was who's in charge here and who controls your platform. And you're telling me that I run the purge.
Wouldn't you be the moral police of the purge?
I'm not a moral police of shit. I just run the show. Y'all know that. She knows that. That's it. I'm asking him who the fuck runs his show. Oh, shout out to Shiron, man. Appreciate you, bro. We got you. Hey, you got the whole shit. What's good, bro?
What it do?
Did you hear what I said, Shiron?
How you feeling?
How you doing, Shiron?
I'm doing well.
Oh shit, we getting real zesty up here. Let's go.
Damn. Hold up, man. We just gonna let him address that.
Hold on, Ian. How you gonna
hold on. We'll let Shiron get out his opening statement.
Stop that shit, man.
I'll relax.
Yeah, we're gonna let him get out his opening statement, and then we'll go in order, and I'll put myself last if anybody wants to address him. But go ahead, Shiron.
I like to address him as well later. But
yeah, y'all are going to DS1, E Black, then Dark Lake. But first, we're gonna start with Sharon. Welcome to the show, Sharon Bracey, man. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. It'd been nice to get a formal invite because I didn't know what was going on at all.
Yeah, I didn't tag you today. I didn't tag anybody today. It was quick.
So what's going on? What it is? What y'all need to know? Who's running the show? Clearly, I'm running the show. I came up with the topics. I start my monologue. I had a conversation. I don't silence nobody. I don't try to get people to change their minds. I just want to have a conversation. And anybody can hit the link. So I have the link open every single day for anybody to come and disagree. And as you see, as y'all say, even though y'all say that is somebody else running the show, that shows that you could come up there yourself and be as wild as you want to be, talk how you want to talk. And I'm not going to silence you. I'm not going to hit the mute button. And I'm not going to drop you. So maybe it is that the fact that maybe some of you men are just scared to have a conversation. Just say it. Get a fucking door.
Can I respond to that?
No, we're going to go in order.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Hey, it's in order, though. We'll start with DS1. I'll go last.
So, based on what you just said, Sharon, is that how men operate, or do men operate in order and structure? Because you just said anybody could come on your platform and say whatever they want, be how wild as they could be, and you're not going to stop them. But you're coming in this space challenging men on who they are as men, and you're not even operating your platform as a man.
Right, because for some reason, because I allow somebody to be who they are, you think that they're supposed to be some kind of wild person. You choose to be fucking
No,
wild.
You just used the word wild.
Right,
you said you allow, hold on. You said you allow anyone to come on your platform
and be themselves.
Say what you said say whatever they want, be as wild as they want. That's what just came out your mouth.
Correct.
Right? So is that how men operate?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all just heard that. Y'all just heard him admit that men allow chaos and disorder
No,
around.
that's not what I said. You are
That's
putting.
what you just admitted to.
You are adding.
That's what you just admitted to.
One second, y'all.
Here's the problem with you
That's
not
what you just
understanding.
admitted to.
Here's the problem when here's the problem when you men do not understand that you yourself can decide what you want to be and what you represent. So if you want to be wild,
So you don't believe that men operate with order and structure.
You ask me to come in and have a conversation with you.
You don't believe.
Bam. 1 second. All right, bringing y'all right back up. I just want to let everybody know I'm gonna let them have their exchange, and then we're gonna go around. Everybody can have whatever exchange, and then we'll just open it up with, you know what I'm saying, everybody at once. But for now, you know what I'm saying, them two, y'all got it.
So again, you asked me to come to have a conversation, then you interject in every 2 words that I'm saying. So you can decide to either have a conversation or you could just be wild. You decide to be wild. That is up to you. And then how I react to it is up to me. That's what men do.
Okay. So I'm gonna say what you just said again.
No, say what you fucking say. Don't worry about what
you say. I'm gonna say what you said again, nigga. Because it seemed like you don't listen to yourself when you talk like a woman. So I'm gonna say what you said again. I'm gonna say what you said again. Say what you said again. You said you allow anyone. Look at this zesty antics.
Okay, hold up. They're gonna have theirs, and we're just gonna go.
You said anyone can come on your panel and say whatever they want and be as wild as they want. That's what you said. And I asked you, and you still ain't answer my question. Do men operate that way? You said, yeah. When I asked you it the second time, you said, yes, men can act any way that they want. So I said, y'all heard him just admit that men can act disorderly and chaotic. So how the fuck can you come in this space and challenge men on being men and you don't even know how the fuck men behave, nigga? Huh? You don't even know how men behave, nigga. You said men could do and be whatever they want to do and be whatever they want to be. That's not manhood, nigga. That's the mentality of a bitch. Bitches believe that, not men. What world of manhood you come from, homie? Who told you that? What man told you that? That men could do and say what they want and there's no consequence or nothing. Men could just do it and say whatever they want and be wild. I suggest you and Brownsville pipe down with coming around here telling how men to be. Y'all don't know what the fuck a man is or look like because you just proved it out of your mouth with your words, nigga. I digress.
Here's the deal. The reason why he calls you this shit, which I agree with him, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to you
that I'm a bitch
and the things that,
You said you agree with him that I'm a bitch?
Bro, I said it on my other show, and I'm going to say it right here for the record, bro. I think you a good dude, bro. Legit. That's what I think in real life. But as far as the talking points on your show and what you spew, because I don't believe that you actually stand for what it is that you spew and what Brownsville spews. I don't believe that. I think you're just talking up there. So is he. One second. What I'm trying to do is just interpret what DS1 is trying to come at you with. He's coming at you about the talking points, coming at men about what manhood's supposed to be. And you can't even control your platform. And there are other things that he addressed as well. What you think a man should be. And
I'm gonna take a
what you think a rim brother is.
I digress my mic.
Okay, so can you please state and explain your talking point regarding what you believe manhood should be and what you believe that a quote unquote rim brother no good sucker is? Go.
No, so here's the thing. I'm not here to defend myself. Y'all asked me to come up. So if you have something that you disagree with me, then tell me what it is and we can have a fucking conversation. Otherwise than that, you can watch my show in the fucking morning, see what my talking points actually is, and then you could disagree. But if you don't fucking know, then just say, hey, I really didn't watch enough to fucking know. And I'm just going off of what everybody else is saying, and I never actually listen to you articulate your point. Then that's fair. Then just say that. But don't say that you disagree with my talking points and you don't know not one of them to disagree with.
Sharon, man, the jig is up.
If you or Brownsville continue with these false allegations on YouTube by using your feelings or the dislike for things that are said with no harm nor intent, your channel will be petitioned to be banned off YouTube with possible criminal and civil charges in the United States District Court. Your grifts, contradictions, and foul plays are now exposed. To falsely accuse men you do not like and link them to crime is absurd. You have a choice to put this fire out that you started with malice, or you can just simply let it burn. Since May 2023, you and Brownsville have been on this crusade going nowhere. Only you can prevent a fire. This is the conclusion of this bonus exclusive by Coffee Nino, the Pander Bears. When SMOKEY has to put out the fire, they started with the entire manosphere.
Shiron is a very intelligent guy. I even subscribed to his channel at one point because I thought he was an on-point dude, but I see that now there's a lot of dysfunction and non-solution based activity, so I'm no longer a subscriber.